What is up, guys? It is PDS. Today I'll be showing you some decks for the N and R Rarity Festival. So just before I get started, I want to put a little disclaimer. So right here it says, some cards with the rarity of N or R related to the following archetypes will be semi-limited, limited, or forbidden. So of course these deck lists might change due to, maybe like for instance, Magispectors, maybe they don't ban everything and they just get limited on some cards. So just keep that in mind. But I'm going to be showing you some decks that I think are really, really strong with the currents, with what we know, and with these cards being, not being allowed in the event. So if anything, if you guys see any of these cards in any of these deck lists, just keep in mind, oh, maybe it's not going to be banned. And if it is banned, you can just remove it. I think basically the only thing from this list that I really put in many of the decks was the Tenyi Link monster. But, if that gets banned, you just remove it. It's not a huge deal. It's not really an integral part to any deck. But anyways, let's get started. Alright guys, up first is one of the decks I think is actually really powerful in this format. It's going to be Metalfoes. So just card for card, 3 Stealing, 3 Silvered, 3 Gold Driver, 1 Driver, 3 Opal Head, 3 Volflame, 3 Bismugear, 2 Delta, 3 Melcaster, 3 Summoner Arts, 2 Psychokinesis, 2 Parametalfoes Fusion, 3 Torrential Tribute, 3 Metalfoes Counter, and 2 Metalfoes combinations. So this is actually, in my opinion, probably one of the strongest decks in this format. Of course, this deck is going to be a lot harder to pilot, especially if you aren't familiar with Pendulum decks. So if you guys want to get some testing in, definitely try and craft these cards ahead of the tournament. Maybe play some games. It's pretty, it's not an easy deck to pilot by any means. And then for the extra deck, we got 1 Adamante, 2 Mithrilium, 1 Vortex, 2 Oracle, 1 Crimson Knight, 1 Avenging Knight Parshath, 1 Grampulse, 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, 1 Gravity Controller, 1 Cross Sheep, 1 Geonator Transverser, 1 Heavy Metalfoes Amalgam, and then 1 Berserker of the Tenyi. Like I said, guys, if he ends up getting banned, then just remove him from the deck. Not a big deal. So this deck functions without Magispectors very well. Actually, you're playing the Fire Opal Head just as a scale to search off of the Summoner's Art, and it is a scale 0, so really powerful. If you guys don't know about Pendulum summonings, of course you can get out some of these level 1 Metalfoes monsters from the extra deck or from your hand, so really nice. So yeah, this deck is actually really strong. And of course it has access to probably one of the only negates. Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, you summon the Absolute Dragon with Volflame, for instance, and then you just link it off and you can get to an Odd Eyes Vortex, especially with a Cross Sheep. So really nice plays, a lot of crazy combos in this deck. One of the strongest decks for sure, but let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, up next we have this crazy deck I saw on Twitter. It was a Shaddoll Danger Sky Striker deck list. So basically the whole point of the deck is just trying to get cards that have valuable effects when you discard them. So cards like the Shaddoll monsters get, now keep in mind they have to be discarded with card effects. So Dino-Miscus is a card that can do that. You got cards like Danger Zone, various cards like that, all the danger monsters. You got a little Sky Striker package going on to help you get into your Hayate and your Kainas that can block attacks for you. So yeah, it's basically just like a very draw heavy combo oriented deck. So there's another idea for you guys. So let's just go for the card for card here. 3 Catsith, 3 Brow, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Golkipole, 1 Beige, 1 Squamata, 1 Dragon, 3 Ray, 3 Chupacabra, 3 Mothman, 1 Rose, 1 Silva, 1 Beast, 3 Dogman, 3 Thunderbird, 3 Ogopogo, 1 Response Team, 3 Dino-Miscus, and 2 Danger Zone. And then for the extra deck, we have 1 Nightmare, 1 Heartland Draco, 1 Malevolent Sin, 1 Dragoblion, 1 Pain Gainer, 1 The Seven Sins. This card is really strong. If your deck can make it, I would definitely recommend putting in the deck. 3 Hayate, 2 Kaina, 1 Geonator Transverser, 1 Triple Burst Dragon, 1 Parakotaker, and 1 Steel Star Regulator. So yeah, a lot of interesting cards in this deck list. You know, definitely you could probably check all these decks out, see which one you like the most. Because you know, it's just NNRs, so nothing too crazy. You don't really have to commit anything to these decks. So yeah, let's move on to the next list. All right, guys, up next we have some Triamid. So yeah, this deck list, very similar to one you might be used to from Duel Links actually. But yeah, so I'm trying to go through these decks as quickly as possible. I'm just trying to you know, expose the list to you guys, and just you guys can go test it out for yourself. Unfortunately, you know, just due to just how time constraints are on this video, I can't really explain every single card choice, but yeah, just keep that in mind. So 2 Grand Mole, 3 Dancer, 3 Hunter, 1 Sentry Soldier of Stone, 1 Revival Golem, 1 Tackle Crusader, 3 Master, 3 Miracle Rupture. This card helps you, you know, send your Crusader or any of these other rock monsters to try and fuel up for your Triamid Pulse, or your, you know, these cards help you with your plays, even the Sentry Soldier of Stone. So really nice card in this deck. And then obviously the field spells, 3 Fortress, 3 Cruiser, 3 King Golem, 3 Loading, 3 Wall of D. Card's actually pretty good in this format. A lot of people aren't going to respect it. So if you guys have played Duel Links, you know what this deck does, and you know what this card does. So 2 Canadium, 3 Punishment, and then 3 Pulse. So the interesting thing about Punishment is that it actually lets you so you can't special summon the rock monsters you send with Punishment because they weren't summoned properly, but you can still banish them. So that comes up quite a bit in this deck. So we're playing 1 Fossil Machine Skull Wagon. It's one of the only cards that actually does something in the graveyard off of Punishment. Basically, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 spell / trap on the field, destroy it. So this is literally like the only card that does something if you're playing Dogmatica Punishment. And then we're playing 1 Magelenica because it's a rock. Playing Dragon Master Knight because it's very big. And also this thing happens to be a rock too, the Skull Dragon. And then we're playing the Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin, 1 Giga Brilliant, 1 Solo Silver Mountain, 1 Grand Pulse, 1 Crab King, 1 Malevolent Sin, Corbage, Gravity Controller, 2 Geonator Transverser, Triple Burst Dragon, and then Berserker of the Tenyi. So this is another list. You know, if they end up banning the Tenyi cards, you can just go ahead and get rid of this, put in another Link or Xyz, or even another copy of the Skull Wagon. So yeah, let's move on to the next list. Alright guys, up next we have Yosenju. So quickly for the card for card, we got 3 card D, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, Sujik, Yosenju Sujik, 1 Isna, 3 MST, 3 Chalice, 3 Ring of Destruction, 3 Torrential, 3 Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, 3 Lost Wind, 3 Yosenju Sword Sting, and 3 Fiendish Chain. So pretty clean deck list here. Lots of 3 ofs and the 1 Isna. Isna? No, it's Isna. Alright, and then for the extra deck, 1 Pearl, 1 Popular Operative, 1 Black Ship of Corn, 1 Thunderspark Dragon, 1 Masquerade, 1 Sky Pegasus. This card sucks, it's just in here for a meme. 3 Crazy Box, 3 Heartland Draco, 2 Rhapsody and Berserk, 1 Diamond Crab King, 1 Gagaga Samurai, and 1 Malevolent Sin. So I also like this video because it's going to show you guys some staples you may have not have considered for this format. So yeah, so that is the deck list. You guys should be pretty familiar. All my Duel Links players, you guys should pretty much know what all these cards do, except maybe like Lost Wind and Card E, but you can quickly go over those cards. This deck is pretty, you know, pretty control oriented, very slow, but you can definitely make your opponent play at your pace. So yeah, let's go on to the final deck list of the video. All right guys, and finally we have Goku. This deck list I also got off of Twitter, and it is almost the spitting image of what it was in Duel Links. Because you know, if you guys didn't play Duel Links, Goku's is normally a Link deck, but in Duel Links they took a different approach to it, making it like a very control oriented deck. Basically, if you see one Goku monster, you see all of them because they all search each other basically. So yeah, so we're playing 3 Twist Cobra, 2 Breaker the Magical Warrior, pretty decent body, you know, in this format. 3 Suprex, 3 Rescorpio. If you don't like it, you can cut it though too. 2 MST, 3 Book of Moon, 3 Enemy Controller, 3 Torrential, 3 Bottomless, 3 Canadia, 3 Super Team Buddy Force Unite, 3 Ballista Squad, 3 Jelly Cannon. This also very good back row. And 3 Expendable Die. I wish we had this card in Duel Links. Tribute 1 Warrior Monster, target 1 card in the field, destroy it, and if you do, draw a card. Shoutouts to Fish Depth Charge. And then for the extra deck, we got Giga Brilliant, Grand Pulse, Gem Knight Pearl, Photon Popular Operative, Black Ship of Corn, Heartland Draco, Rhapsody and Berserk, Diamond Crab King, Gagaga Samurai, Malevolent Sin, Digital Bug Corbage, 2 Geoneer Transverser, 1 Paraco Talker, and 1 Berserker of Tenyi. So yeah, guys, those are my 5, decks that I would definitely consider playing in the N/R events. What do you guys think? Now, these deck lists aren't obviously optimized at all. As the event goes on, I'm sure I'll find a deck that I prefer over another. But yeah, I'll definitely be playing a lot of Yosenju and Metalfoes during the event. And we'll see, what they ban or what they limit, which would affect the, the list even further. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And this has been PDS. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.